We're looking forward.
I'd like to take my time out.
Okay, time out? Sure. As a reminder, we do offer one timeout for 30 seconds between the questions.
Yes, sometimes competitors do need to refuel or whatever to get back in the game.
And we are accepting of whatevers. Gonzo for life.
I'm ready.
Not sure what that Muppet has to do with anything, but yes.
We're accepting of whatevers. He's a whatever.
Correct.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo. What up, everybody? How you doing? It's Monday, July 25th. We're chilling. New hour. Starting the show off in a different hour. I think I'm going to drop Friday nights. I don't know. People are out partying and shit. People got things to do. You know, we'll see how it works out. But let's do this. Bam! How you doing today? I'm chilling. I actually got a special guest for today. Unannounced. To anyone. Hey, but look, we got Andrew Thomas in the building. Yo, Matt. You had to have a live stream when I was working last night. Laugh out loud. Yep. That's why I did it, Andrew. I was like, I'm going to make him not pay attention to his work. The whole point. Oh, shit. We got someone from the Great White North. Hey, everyone. How you doing, Ryan? Good to have you. Let me see. Let me put on a little T-Pain. We got to hear some T-Pain. Let me see. I like the electronic beats. Let me see. Okay. We should hear audio. Where you at, audio? Oh, there you are. So like I was saying, oh yeah, R.I.P. David Warner. Also, wait, we might be talking about the same person. Hold on one second. Let me double check this before I start saying someone's dead and they're not. Wait. The dude from fucking Goodfellas died. Are we talking about the same person? Paul Sorvino, that's who I'm talking about. Hell yeah, Paul Sorvino. R.I.P. to him too. What's up, Bruce Banner? Thanks for joining us. Perfect timing, because my guest wanted to speak with you, so I'll bring him on. You all know him, you love him. His name's Rob Fishbach. What up, Rob?
I did. I spoke to Bruce Banner. We already spoke.
Yep, Paulie, R.I.P.
All I'll say is so many font options, and I'm trying to narrow it down. But,
That's all you could say?
How are you cool cats and kittens doing on this fine Monday?
I think we're chilling. We're still in the groove. The new hour.
It kind of works out like some of the. I've been on your show a lot lately because like I'm working on the computer and I'm like, I need to take a break. Oh, Matt's live. I'll just go on a show.
Yeah, that works out great. We already talked, but good looking, G.
Oh, yeah.
Rob's a G.
Is that's short for grand, right?
No, not at all. Gangsta.
Oh, Banks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because see, we always say like, like if
Grand? Is that what you thought it meant?
yeah, because like we always say like if if you took my beer or something, I'd be like, you gangstered my beer.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we use that term. That's what we
No,
say
shaking my head.
around here.
Rob isn't really a special guest if he shows up all the time. Laugh out loud.
My good friend Joe, whom I've known most of my life, always had this famous saying when we were like 19, 20 years old. We'd be hanging out at his house. He'd go, if you come to my house more than 3 times a month, you're no longer a guest. You can get your own water out of the garage.
Let me see. I want to try to see if we can get another guest on here. Hold up.
So,
Ramble on, Rob.
yep. While Matt's shuffling things around, welcome. I am Groot. We've got a new mini-series that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus starting August 10th with these little shorts with little baby Groot. I can't think of a cuter animal other than Grogu that is currently in the Disney system. So be sure to check that out August 10th. What's today's show brought to you by?
Today's show is brought to you by, you must have heard it, Cayman Jack, people. It'll get you fucked up, and it tastes good. Let me throw up their logo.
We got to talk about the monkeypox at all today?
Oh, yeah, you can. I haven't been following the news, but Cayman Jack, people, go out and get some. Get laid.
So for those of you that have stopped watching the news like I have the last 6 months because you're ready to jump off of a bridge due to the dourness and seriousness of things, apparently the monkeypox is going around. There's over 600 confirmed cases now in Illinois, and there's thousands and thousands across this great nation. So it's getting pretty scary out there,
Andrew said you might watch Time After Time in honor of David Warner.
No, Ferris.
Rob shouldn't be hanging. Rob, shouldn't you be hanging out with someone?
She left. No, I'm kidding. We'll
yeah,
talk.
Wow, that was very sad.
I'm not gonna throw her under the bus like that. she's gone though.
She's gone. There's a punk song by NoFX called "She's Gone."
Yeah. But speaking of that, so do you know anything about this monkeypox situation?
No, let's talk about it.
So the monkeypox, similar to the chickenpox, it's named after an animal. It's definitely contagious, and it's something that you can get. There are vaccines that work to help fight against it. I don't want to misspeak, but I was reading an article that was talking about groups of people that are at higher risk than others for getting monkeypox. You might want to take a look into that. I'm not a part of that group, so I'm not going to speak upon it. But yeah, it's running rampant. It's probably going to be the new COVID-19, and who gives a shit? Here's the deal, people. Humans have been carrying diseases for thousands of years. We are in a place in time where our modern medicine is far superior, more superior now than it's ever been. Your likelihood of dying from an illness, and if you do die from an illness, it's because God wanted you to die.
Whoa.
It was your time to go.
I don't know about all that. Jesus.
Well,
hey, Brandy's in the house, everybody. Hi, everyone.
What's up, Brandy? Wash your hands. Take a shower every day, general cleanliness. You'll be fine.
Hey,
Vitamins,
baby Brandy.
Diet and exercise.
She's taking Andrew.
Fuck the monkeypox. Fuck it all.
Bruh, we were just talking about it, Matt. Yep. We were.
The monkeypox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was telling me about it. I don't know nothing. I don't watch the news.
Dude, Jared, we got so much to talk about.
Ooh, this is what I was waiting for. Justin is the only one able to call me baby, babe, Andrew.
I wish somebody called me baby.
How you doing, baby?
Right on. Speaking of that, I might be...
But you got everything you wanted. I don't know why you're not.
Well, preferably from a woman.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, wait, maybe.
Hey, baby.
I am aggressively straight, remember?
Yeah. I'm glad Brandy laughed.
Aggressively straight on that side, yeah.
On the Richter scale.
On the Richter scale. On a 1 to 10 Richter scale, from 1 being like you're totally sexually fluid, you'll fuck pretty much anything that moves, and 10 being like it's women or nothing, I'm a 10.
That's such a strange scale. It's like a pH scale. Fucking Rob. I'm glad you're on today.
Uh-huh.
What else can we talk about? Monkeypox? What about this new wave I'm hearing about?
Did Matt freeze? I think Matt froze. Maybe I froze. Somebody froze. What is time?
Did I?
Did I freeze?
No.
Oh, you froze.
I will be editing my what if review tomorrow. Nice.
Wow.
Aggressively straight. What the fuck? Why you gotta be aggressive?
That's how you get what you want. Mick Jagger wrote a song in 1969 called "You Can't Always Get What You Want." Rob Fishbach heard that song at the age of 6 and said, "Hold my beer."
You were drinking beer at 6 years old?
Well, the root beer, heavy on the root.
Heavy on the root?
Yeah.
You're a fool. Yeah, man. I need to get internet installed here in the garage, dude, so I can hardwire into this bitch.
There you go.
I'm tired of fucking having lags. I'm too far away from the router. I'm like 100 and some feet.
Well, hardwired is the way to go. So, what's today? What else you got on the docket for today's topics?
The docket? That's way too professional.
Should we read my new dating profile?
Yes. Can I?
You want to read it?
Or do you? Whatever you want.
I'll read it.
Okay. You can perform it better.
I got it queued up. So,
wait.
If I were to join a dating app, I would be very upfront and honest with any.
Wait. Let me throw up the number. If any of you ladies like this, call in.
With any potential suitors.
No, you're the suitor.
Well, it's 2022. I thought they wanted equality. Like, can't we both suit?
Fucking. Speaking of, we got our good friend here, the Black Han Solo.
What the fuck are you talking about, Rob?
What's up, bud?
Oh my god. What was this stuff you were saying about the monkeypox and like if God wants you to die, you're gonna die?
Yeah.
Did I just hear you say that?
Not everybody can beat modern medicine, but
oh my god.
Did you hear about my dating profile about me section?
No, I just got on here, man. That's why I don't have nothing.
I wanted
set
you to
up
be
and
on
shit.
here. We'll do live reactions.
So, hey, I'm Rob Fishbach, 6'1" ginger with a big personality. Some of my interests include film, music, curbside shopping, sightseeing, traveling, watching sunsets, house/yard projects, party planning, picking up people from the airport, and loving America. Things I'm not interested in include standard household pets, hearing stories about people I don't know, not having a game plan, talking during a movie, unless we're doing a watch along, more on that later, and people who talk like babies to babies. They'll eventually be adults, so why not talk to them like adults from the beginning?
Oh.
I don't like riding in cars either. Crossover SUVs, Jeeps, trucks, and minivans are all acceptable forms of transportation. Dinner at a movie is fine, but dinner after the movie. That way we can talk about it. It doesn't matter to me who you vote for or worship, but be prepared for many in-depth questions and conversations on both and religion. I'm not a morning person. Meaning once I arrive from rest, I'll need a minimum of 30 minutes to get caffeine and nicotine into my bloodstream before anything of value can be discussed.
Oh my God.
I also require alone time to ponder and collect my thoughts. I go to concerts to listen to the band or artist and not to drink to drunkenness or carry on like a crazy person. Except for when Bruce comes to town. Feel free to yell as much as possible at those shows. I also go to the movies either opening afternoon or evening. That's on Thursdays. Or
Right.
within a few days of release. If you're unable to make it then, I'll go alone. If it's a good film, I'll go again and take you when you're ready. My friends and relatives I'll have known longer than you, so important events concerning them overrule whatever you may have planned. For example, hey Rob, my family wants to go out for brunch and then to my aunt's for afternoon activities. My response, sorry, blank. I can't go. I made plans to go fishing with blank already. But don't worry, if you're the right fit, you'll fit right in.
Well, Rob, if we lived in Gilead, that you'd be the number one on the list. You know what I'm saying? Everyone would be trying to get at you, bruh. I don't know how you think that's gonna work in the modern age right now, but hey, man, more power to you, bruh.
I missed
More
the
power
first
to
like
you,
20
bruh.
seconds of it, but I soloed you. You could feel free to clip that out.
Nah, fam. The first 20 minutes was basically what he said. The first 20 minutes is, I like it this way.
Yeah.
I know you might like it this way, but if we're gonna coexist, you're gonna have to just, take one for the team because I'm not, you know, compromising with you. You're compromising with me. When he
I
used the
believe.
line, he said, "When we go to concerts, I don't go. We're not going there to like. We're going there to watch the concert. Unless it's Bruce, then you can scream and talk as much as you want." Those aren't like suggestions.
Well,
That's
no,
an
I mean, again, if she wants to drink to drunkenness, that's fine. But
hey.
like, don't bother me while I'm watching the show. You
But
know,
what's the point?
don't ask me 5 songs in to take a picture of you and your girlfriends having a grand old time. Do that before the show starts. You know,
You must have been the worst boyfriend like ever, man.
it's
Like you must have really been like whoever dated you when you were younger, I applaud that woman. That woman needs to have an award because you are very demanding for a person.
I got
Which is
my rules. You know,
yeah, but dude, you can't tell a woman don't celebrate while we're like, what if it's the Backstreet Boys? Everybody's dancing and shit at a Backstreet Boys concert.
So quick story. So one of my
Rob rolls up at the concert and they just go.
one of my best friends, he's married. His wife's lovely. They're a great couple.
Yeah.
But he's never been like big on going to concerts. I've gotten him to go to like 4 or 5 shows with me over the last like 12 years, and it's probably been like 6 years since we've gone to one together.
Right.
And he enjoyed the few concerts that I took him to. It's just not his scene.
The company or the scene?
No, he'd rather just sit at home and watch TV or something, But he's got a very stressful job, so when he's like gets home from work, he just kind of wants to chill. But regardless, I'm going on too long. So shortly after they started dating, they went on a romantic getaway to Las Vegas. And what did they do? She dragged him to go see the Backstreet Boys. And I patted him on the back and I said, "Best of luck, friend. Best of luck."
Hey man, I'm
going to Las Vegas. I'm not seeing the fucking Backstreet Boys. We're going to Cirque du Soleil to see the Beatles' Love. And then have a romantic dinner.
You're just a different dude, man. Like
I know.
But you stick on like older generation stuff, and it seems like you're just refused to like conform to society.
I mean, like, to be honest with you, I'm okay with compromising. So it's like, okay, we're going to go to Vegas for 3 nights. One night, we'll go see the Beatles' Love. The other night, we can go see the Backstreet Boys or Lady Gaga or Adele or whoever she may want to go see. Right. And then the third night, we can just, do some gambling and go watch the fountain that's in Ocean's 11. You know?
If you get married, Rob, will there be a prenup?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Wow.
Yes.
No hesitation.
Not.
Yeah, you notice that? There's no love in that relationship whatsoever.
But what do you have to lose is my question. I don't understand.
Yeah, because it's not like she's marrying into money right now. You feel me? No offense to the Fishbach family, the Fishbach
It's all
family.
good. Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not like, you guys are like the ancestors of the, like,
You're
the
not the
British Empire.
Rockefellers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what
So
I'm
you're not
saying?
even Duck Dynasty.
Damn, bruh.
You know those fuckers are rich?
Yeah.
Duh.
They have a
I
podcast.
heard
Yeah.
about that just recently. No, not
They
from
were
the
rich.
show.
Yo. No,
From
bro.
before.
They were rich before they did the fucking
They
show,
invented
bro.
duck calls. Like
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
No.
They were the ones that invented that shit, and then they turned that into like a international fucking business where like everybody was fucking with them, and they did like other shit than just like duck calls.
They
were
made
doing,
Funko
like,
Pops of them. That's how big they were.
yeah, no, bro, they're pretty. You know what I'm saying? Relevant human beings.
Damn.
Pretty relevant.
So I'm trying to decide what dating apps I should sign up for. Should I just like do all of them, like everything from?
I don't. You know what? I don't know. Yeah, you're probably better off on Christian Mingle, bro, or
Try J-Date.
or farmers.com or something like that, because there ain't no. I don't know anybody that's swiping like left. What is it? Left or right? What is it?
Right is the good swipe.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's swiping right on that with whatever it is, because
No, it's
I
all
mean,
right.
like I
Rob,
said, no.
Rob, people will swipe right. They make mistakes sometimes.
You know what? You actually might come across somebody that might
so
feel the same way.
The screenplay that I'm like writing in my head for this eventual like movie, this like real story, is this guy who's kind of at the end of his rope, goes out on a limb and says, hey, you know what? Let's try this dating service thing, see what happens. But I'm gonna do a real brutal and honest, and I'm just gonna put it all out there.
Yeah, you went pretty brutal.
And I meet a woman who's just as large of a personality as myself, and is like, wow, I like him. He's honest. He's got gumption. I like gumption. And they live happily ever after.
So you want someone like you?
Well, I like women with personalities.
But you don't have a personality.
No, Rob has a personality.
I have a
not like a personality as in like you enjoy to go out and do shit. Like you only like to do the shit that you like. Like I don't think do you even know what the word compromise means?
Yes, I do. So like, for example, okay, I'm all about trying new things, this is just the stuff that's like,
Well, no, I'm just saying I'm not trying to say that you don't have a personality. What I'm trying to say is that like your personality is like you don't have like which is not a bad thing, by the way. Is what I'm trying to say is it's not like you're some person where like there's this one like certain thing that you do that sets you apart from everybody else. Like there's a lot of dudes,
you're not special.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes that are not that mean. And what I mean is like there's a lot of people that think the way that you think. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're just like some unique person who has this unique way of looking at the world. Like there's a lot of people that think the way that you think, see the world the way that you see the world. So when I'm saying is like not saying that you don't have a personality, it's like that just seems like I could I'm pretty sure I could probably find another Rob just like you know what I'm saying, that I know that might think that same way, might have that same thought process of how
like does that person like do impressions and has like an encyclopedic knowledge?
No. I don't mean like no. What I mean is like I'm trying to say this like without seeming like I'm shitting on you, because I'm not trying to shit on you. What I'm trying to say is like it's like
I'm not trying to say.
I have a very
it's
like
like-
old school authoritative white male person.
yeah, yeah,
This is how
yeah,
it's gonna be, laying down the law.
yeah. And like if that's how you want to be, cool. You can go through life like that and still succeed and shit. I'm not saying that, but it's like if you're trying to find like, you know, the special one for you, you know what I'm saying? You might want to have like some sort of like, you know,
Openness.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you should be
That's
a
what
little
I'm
bit more open to do other things and
But
to
the-
experience other people's, you know, or see the eyes through other people than just being like, because literally it just felt like you just read like a dissertation, bro. Like you just read like this is a checklist, you know what I'm saying? Check yes or no, you know what I mean? And if you don't check enough of these, or I don't feel that, you know, you had a good score, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to be compatible. And sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't work.
So,
You
like,
know what I
Yeah.
for
mean?
example, maybe a woman will see that and go, "Ooh, I bet you I can break him. I bet you I can break him." And you know, maybe like 6 months into the relationship is like, you know, because I'm not really like I like to plan things.
It would
Right.
take 6 months to break you.
So like, yeah, 6 months in, you know, she just goes, "Hey, we're going to Mexico for 4 days and we're leaving tomorrow." And like, oh man, like I'm gonna panic for an hour, but who knows? It could be a lot of fun.
You're fucking great, Rob.
I know, man. You're hilarious, Rob. He's like, I'm going to panic, but I'm going to have a good time. Like that's the first thing he does when he does something that he's not used to. He
What you need to
panics.
do is just be assertive, know yourself, and be like,
It's Boston Brandy, bitches.
and tell him what's up.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
No, actually, I'm kind of impressed that you wrote like more than 140 characters of exactly what it is that you want. Because hey, and also I respect the fact because at least you're telling him exactly this is how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Like, because these
You're
are things
gonna
that
be
have
like
come up
this or
in
not.
past situations. So, like, for
Yeah.
example, when The Last Jedi was getting ready to, I know people, whatever. This isn't a Star Wars conversation,
Right.
but so
right.
when the movie was coming out,
Speaking of Star Wars,
we had made plans to go
cheers, French.
opening weekend. And then she's like, "Oh, hey, you know, I can't go Friday and I can't go Saturday. Friday I got some purse fucking bullshit thing. And then Saturday was going out with some of her girlfriends and she was staying the night at her girlfriend's house."
Right.
Okay, fine. We'll go Tuesday. You know, so I was willing to wait. I was gonna go alone and just sneak off, go see it by myself, not tell her, act surprised when we go on Tuesday. But I was like, you know what? Let's do the right thing, be a man, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I wake up on Sunday morning to a text message, and she's like, "Please don't be mad, but my girlfriends really wanted to go see The Last Jedi, so we're walking into the theater right now to go see it." And I was just like, I didn't say this to her, but in my head, I'm thinking like, what the fuck? I literally could have gone yesterday or the day before, you know, and now she's going to go say, so now I'm going to end up going to see it alone.
Yeah, but it's not like she knew it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't really get too, you know,
Right.
burned out of shape. But
But
I
then,
feel you. I feel you though.
But then this was a while ago. Do you remember the movie Bruno? The like next Sasha
Yeah.
Baron movie after Borat.
Yeah.
So, okay, me and it's a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna go see it. She was available. So like the movie came out on a Friday, and this is back when, unless it was like Harry Potter, the movie came out on Friday, not Thursday at 3 p.m.
And this is you dating this girl, right?
Was out of town.
Okay.
So let's go. It was like Wednesday or something, and I'm like,
Right.
that's fine, whatever. So the weekend hit, and I had nothing going on, and I'm like, fuck it, I want to go see Bruno. So I went and saw Bruno. Had a great old time by myself, and then I just lied to her, just pretended like I hadn't seen it, laughed my ass off when we went again on Wednesday, or went it for the first time on Wednesday.
Funny you should say that, Rob. Guess who I have backstage?
Helen.
No, Your date that you lied to. Hold on one second.
Yo,
I'm joking.
that would have been so clowning
Aw.
if we set you up like that. Would have been like, damn, Rob. This is what I was trying to say, man.
I wish my
But
bitch
hey,
was that
I'll
far.
say this right now. Like, I get where you're coming from because, like, you're a person where you want to see the shit the day that it comes out. You know what I'm saying? You want to
Because
see
then I
it
can
right
move on to the
then.
next project.
Then, yeah, you can go on and do to the next thing. And that first incident, that was one you could pass on and whatnot. But then this other one where you said you just went and saw it, but then acted as if like you had, it was your first time seeing it. That's happened before. That's not anything bad. Like dudes have done that before. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Because I've
It's
gotten
not.
flack from that from people. They're like, "Oh my God, Rob, how could you do that?"
Well, I mean, unless you told her like, I promise I'm gonna watch it with you and only you, and then you go and watch it without.
What up, Alex?
And then come back and be like, oh yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, that's fucked up. But if you didn't like promise you were gonna watch it with her and you just went and saw it anyways, and then went and saw it with her, it's just like you went and saw it again, but you're just seeing it the first time. You're with your girl now. You know what I mean? At least that's my interpretation about it. But like, I don't really see anything bad about that. I'm more of the type where it's like when dudes will
Hello.
be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I promise, this is our movie. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, when that comes out, me and you, we're gonna see that, and then you promise you ain't gonna see it. Like a series, like if you're watching a series on TV or some shit, and then you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch the episode,
Dude,
and then you go and watch the episode,
that's
and
why I don't
then
watch series with people
you know what I'm
people
saying?
anymore.
Like it's shit
Yeah.
like that. But like I can understand, a girl feeling some type of way about that, or a dude feeling some type of way about that.
Right.
But like a movie, not really, unless it's like one of the most anticipated movies that y'all two wanted to see. Then you know what I'm
But
saying. I
like,
can see.
for example, like, and this probably wouldn't happen because you know what, but like, hypothetically, okay,
Okay.
not anybody like too close, but like, let's say, for example, what the Kang Dynasty is the next Avengers movie. So,
Right.
so the first showing's at 3 p.m. on a Thursday. Let's say on Monday, she has an aunt that dies, and the wake is scheduled for Thursday and the funeral on Friday,
Right.
and the wake's from, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or whatever, but the family's got to be there at like 4:30 or 5. Honey, I'm going to see Avengers Kang Dynasty. I will come and join you at the funeral parlor.
Oh my.
I was wondering how we got here because
No,
you're totally
I knew.
wrong.
No, I knew exactly what he was gonna say, and I was like, "Please, God, don't say what I think you're going to say." And he said it, and I'm, bro,
Said it.
those right there. That's fucked up. Like you can see that shit the next fucking day. You know what I'm saying? And use that as like a cheer up, thing, or next couple of days because it's like, bro, it's a wake. It's your girl, the family, and shit. Especially if it's somebody close. Now, wait. The only way that I would say that it wouldn't be that big of a deal if this wasn't like somebody that was hella close to.
That's what I'm
Hella
saying, like
close
an
to her.
aunt or a cousin or something.
Bro, yeah,
That's
aunts
too
and
close.
cousins are close, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, this has to be like a family friend. A family. You know what I'm saying? A member, like somebody that's not related to you, type shit. But if it's like your aunt dies, you can't. If like your girlfriend's aunt dies and she's close to that aunt, you can't dip to go watch a fucking movie and then come back later. Like that's fucked up, man. Like Rob, you can't do shit like that. Like that's one of those moments where you gotta be like, I gotta take, I just gotta understand, read the room type of moments. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll just go see this shit the next day or the day after that. Like especially like if it's on the same day. You know what I mean? Like you can't do shit like that, bro. That's
I missed
fucked
out
up.
on a concert one time because I had to go to a funeral.
What's wrong with that?
Well,
Whose funeral was it though?
it was somebody I knew, so I'm glad I went. But The
But-
band that I was supposed to go see, they broke up 2 years later. So, you know.
So if you had to do that over again, would you have still gone to the funeral, or would you went to the concert?
I would have skipped the wake, went to the concert, and went to the funeral the next day.
Oh well, if it's just a wake, then you could skip a wake.
Well,
I'm thinking like if it's like a funeral, you can't skip
but
the
a lot
funeral.
more people go to the wakes than they do the funerals anymore. At least for Catholics and stuff. You know what I mean?
Hold on
Yeah.
1 second. Are you talking smack?
We're talking life, John.
Talking
Yeah,
family.
You're talking your life right now, and we're trying to understand it. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, I'm just trying to understand, Rob, how you think, Rob. That's all I'm trying to do because I'm a little confused.
If you could rent a brain, I would let anybody rent my brain for a day.
I don't want to be in your
What
head.
does that mean?
Yeah.
So you go brainless.
First off, I don't want to be in your head, and second, I don't want you walking around with no brain in your head.
Yeah,
because
like
you'd be
Well, no,
way
like I
worse.
would go into like a comatose like state, and like if you wanted to rent my brain and like figure out like, oh my god, this is what he's got to deal with every day.
Rob.
Oh, so
I wish that okay, that's what I was gonna say, Matt. I was like, I want him to live like a week as us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
right.
then tell, and
Oh,
then
you're
and then see if he'll do some, say some stupid shit like that. Like, yeah, go ahead, take my brain, be me.
Yeah.
Rob, do you know how much shit that I could do in a week if I was your ass? In the shit that I do, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, if I came in with the knowledge that I have and I was white, you know what I'm saying? Compared to like, if you have the knowledge that you had and then you tried to be a Mexican or a black person in a day, like, that's the one thing I've always thought is like, that should be a thing. Like, each race should, like, especially like white people, they should have to experience what it is to be another race for at least like a week. You know what I'm saying? To understand why the difference between from, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being but I'm saying each race, you know what I'm saying, should do this. Not just like white people, but just like in general.
Like once a month for a week. So like,
no, I think that people would understand everybody a lot better if they understood what it was like to be them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people would not be shitting on Muslims, and people wouldn't be shitting on black people, and people wouldn't be shitting on, Asians, and and then the other way around, going back at white people and stuff like that, because we'd be understanding is like, dude, all of our lives, or like everybody's life is fucked up right now. White people, you right, are like on the pedestal and stuff, I guess, you know what I mean? But like, I'm pretty sure it's not easy being white, you know what I mean? Whereas we all know, is just like it's not easy being black, and it's not easy being
Fucking
white.
face when you said that. He's like, sure is.
I'm thinking about it. Jared, I'm really thinking about what you're saying. Like, I'm just imagining, like, yeah, no, you're right. Like, I think there would be, I think that's how you cancel racism.
Well, there shouldn't be racism, period. We shouldn't even have to do this point where we have to have somebody experience people's lives and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like,
what if they faked an alien attack, a false flag attack to unite the people? Could that work?
They tried that.
Bro, I still think that people would still be racist even if the aliens were coming. There'd be racists trying to sell off people's races. Dude, be like,
America watched George Floyd be murdered.
Take them.
America saw George Floyd murdered on live television, and yet they're still. I got shit from like half my neighbors. Is that your Black Lives Matter sign in the front yard? Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah. Do you really believe that? Yeah, absolutely, I do.
The fact that Black Lives Matter and Antifa are considered like a terrorist, or like just Antifa in general, and Antifa is not really like a thing. That's just like
the deep state.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Antifa is not like really even a thing. Like, there's no like head of Antifa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna Google Antifa and then see like a CEO of, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just I mean, like with Black Lives Matter, you'll see like different people that are representing like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that.
The
But like
organization.
organizations is what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
But like with Antifa, like there is no like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't like point your finger at one person and be like, oh, that's Antifa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yet that's what's going around the world is this that Antifa is like an organization, as if like you're going like PETA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's just ridiculous to me.
I'm kind of going out on a limb here, but I don't know if you guys ever watched any of the old like Eddie Murphy sketches on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh yeah.
you
When
remember
he
the
just,
one where
yeah.
he like
Austin
painted
Kramer.
himself as a white
Hello.
person and he
Yeah.
walked around New York City as like, hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle did it also on one of his episodes where I'm just saying like it's funny like when you see that, but it's like you remember those shows where they do like the husband and wife swaps and stuff like that, and it'd be
Yeah.
like the husbands would be at like a white guy would be with like a black family or Mexican family, Asian family, and then that
Yeah.
one would go over to their family, and then they would see like, you know, we're not any different from each other than our races and maybe our different religious beliefs and stuff like that, but we're basically like the same, you know, the same people. You know what I mean? And then they realize and like, oh well, I wasn't really like accustomed to like a lot of stuff that, you know, Mexicans or Asians or black people were in there. Like they see different things. Like I'm not suggesting something like that should happen to like everybody else, but that's kind of like a way that you can do it where somebody could live the life of a person, you know what I'm saying? And see like, you know, there really isn't that big of a difference between the two. But there's really not like, we're not really as a society in a way that we can do something like that unless we fool everybody into making it into like a game show or like a reality show like Big Brother or something like that, because that's
Listen,
the only way motherfuckers will pay attention to it.
If you offer money or short-term fame in front of any American, they will say yes.
That's the only way you're gonna be able to get motherfuckers to actually like pay attention to this shit and actually like look at it and stuff and really focus on what's going on, unless there's like something to, you know, gain from it. Like you can't just be like, oh, like, you know, well, what you're gonna gain from is you're gonna gain a spiritual, you know, you're gonna gain a new spiritual feeling about how, you know, the world isn't human. No, they ain't trying to hear that shit. They're like, bro, where the bag at? Like I got bills to pay and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like the Kylie Jenners and the LeBron Jameses and all of them. You know, it's the Elon Musk and all of them. Like
I'd settle for the married with children family who the guy managed a shoe store and they lived in a 4-bedroom house.
Hey, he scored 4 touchdowns in one game at Polk High.
I got that reference.
I like these conversations. These are conversations that we gotta have.
But just like what you're saying, like with like married people, like now it's cool to be married now and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or actually, it's cool to be married now, but or in certain area, in certain rate, you know, I guess in certain societies, it's okay to be like married now, because it used to be like you want to be the tomcat running around banging all the girls and spending all your money and partying and shit. Yeah. And like now it's like we got girl dads, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're saluting the fathers that are with their families and stuff. I mean,
I would love to be Mr. Mom.
Every woman wants a Russell Wilson, you know what I'm saying? They want that religious, you know, stay-at-home dad that plays with the kids and does all that. Like everybody wants that now. They don't want a future anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Could you be a stay-at-home dad? You think you could pull it off?
Me?
Rob, yeah.
I could. No, I don't know about Rob. I don't think you could. Well, actually, no. Actually, he could. I think Rob actually would be like probably like the quintessential like stay. He'd probably be like the standard, because Rob likes to, you know, do handy shit. He'd be like activities and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd structure. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd be one of those parents where like the parents that wouldn't like during the quarantine didn't have problems doing like homeschooling their kids and stuff with the homework and shit, because he probably would know all the shit that their kids were doing to make sure that they knew what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's good qualities of like what Rob would be like a good dad is because his kids would be smart. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be
Yeah.
well behaved and shit.
I
Like
would
they
like
wouldn't just be.
I would
I'm
like
just
to think that I could do it, but I don't think I could, dude. Like dealing with my niece is enough for me, and that shit gets overwhelming sometimes.
No, I
Well,
appreciate that, Jared, because it's like you brought up your niece, Matt. Like JJ, like Helen's great. Helen has Helen's way of parenting. Every parent has their way of
there's
parenting,
their way of parenting, and
and it
not
works for them.
not every parents the same way that everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? But it's like, but what I'm trying to say is but how Helen parents JJ is not any different than how you would parent your kid, or how any
Well,
rich person.
It's a little
No,
different.
but I'm just saying it's not a bad thing. Like
Oh,
you have your way of you're doing it. She has her way of doing it, and she's doing a great job at doing. You'd have your way of doing it, and you would succeed because you know how you would do it. Just like how a rich person would have their way of, you know what I'm saying. Like not everybody's way. There is no one single way of how to raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
No.
there's way, everybody has their way of doing it. There's the one family where they're the joke around family where they can play around with their kids and stuff like that. There's some of the families where they just let their kids learn, you know what I'm saying, from their mistakes and stuff like that. Then there's the kids that'll, the parents that have the structured kids, you know what I'm saying, that have them on a structured thing where they're not, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean,
I think my approach would be a combination of all three that you just listed. Some sort of.
What about what your wife thinks?
But like how you're talking is like you have a structured way of how you want it to be, but how you would want it to go, Rob, you would need to find another woman that thinks the same way that you think. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe thinks different than me, but I hear that and see that and go, you know what? She's onto something.
Okay,
I
well
still
then
want to
that's
sprinkle.
better.
I still want to sprinkle my Robisms in as a father.
Well, yeah.
Really
that's part.
teaching about art at a very young age, and have them listening to music and stuff. And
yeah. Well, no, it's a parent. The parenting is a co-parenting. That's the two people. You're gonna be able to have your, you're gonna talk about how you want to raise your kid, basically. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I'm glad that I heard that you said that, because it lets me know that you're willing to adapt. You're willing to, listen and compromise if like your partner has another way of wanting to do it that might seem a little bit more, I guess like better than just being like a strict, parent and stuff. Because sometimes being a strict parent does not work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's that old saying. It's that old saying. The pastor's daughter is the one that gets around the most.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, most of the wild motherfuckers that I've known through my life have been people that were like in church all their time, all their life. Right. Their dad was a pastor, or they were like strictly religious Catholics and stuff like that. Like dudes that would be like the weed man would be like their parent. Their parent is the pastor of the church I go to. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be weird. It'd be crazy stuff like that.
I love our conversation right here. I'm gonna pause it real quick because we've reached the high point of the show, people. It's 420.
Oh.
Smoke weed every day.
So, in honor of yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
There we go. That's how loud.
All right, hold on a second. Let me light my shit real quick.
Yeah.
I was not expecting when I got back to the crib that I was going to be hopping up on here, because I would have had the background for 420 and shit ready.
I'm ready when you are, Jared.
Hold on, I'm lighting it right now.
Rob.
Is it 420 right now? Okay, go ahead, bro. Let's
go. Take off.
Woo! Put one in the air for those who ain't here.
Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on.
What are y'all doing in here? We're smoking reefer, and you don't want no part of this shit.
Haha, but you do. Yeah, I'm really glad you guys came on today. This has been a fun show.
I enjoy talking to you guys about shit. Also, I wanted to talk to Rob about this whole monkeypox thing that I was telling Matt about.
Yeah.
I just want to bring it back to it real quick.
Let's do
Whereas I was telling Matt like a couple months ago, Rob, and I was like, as being a parent, there is a fine line that has to be balanced between strict and letting anything. There you go.
This is coming from
That's
a parent.
basically what I was. Yes, thank you. Finally, that's basically what I was trying to say, like in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? Being high and trying to explain at the same time is like there's a balance. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing about it is finally somebody that is a parent who's talking about this shit. You know, three dudes who aren't parents. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when I become a parent, this is how, you know, that's what I'm, you know, I'm going to want to make sure that my wife has say in a lot of shit that's going on because I don't want to be the only person that's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you always got to be open to listening because if you're not open to, if you're not being receptive, then fucking you're being closed off.
Exactly.
And that's not good.
It's a life
Then you're
lesson
not
I
gonna
learned
learn
from The
that.
Godfather.
But yeah, that's just a life lesson in general in everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if a lot of people were more open to, you know, other shit than just what they're comfortable with, I think we'd have a lot less conflict, you know, just all over the world in general. You know what I'm saying? We'd be like how Nova Core is, where everybody
think it's
loves everybody.
Do you think it's worse now with social media and all this shit that people think they have to
Hell
put
yeah.
up this front?
Social
Imagine
media is
if
ruining
social
this
media
country.
was like in the 60s, the 60s and the 70s, especially like during the civil, you know, the civil rights era and shit. Like,
Dude,
imagine all the shit that we know that
My dad-
you know what I'm saying?
my dad's favorite band is Zeppelin, right? I'm pretty sure about that. But he loves Zeppelin. He never knew what they even looked like till the 90s. You know what I mean? And he was
Yeah,
listening to them since fucking Vietnam. So
because
that's just crazy,
because
like, how big
the
an
only
impact.
time you'd ever like unless you saw him on TV, the only way you're ever gonna hear about him is if you got like a magazine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, someone
Hell
like
yeah,
Tim
Derek.
Baldwin.
Other,
You know what I'm
other than
saying?
the album, and most of Zeppelin's album, their album covers don't have them on it. You know,
And also you got to think about it too, Rob. Like back in the day when you came out with albums and stuff, like you're not putting like the band's face on it. They're usually like booklets and shit that would have like different artwork and with all the information and stuff. Like that's what I miss back in the day by getting like CDs is like the booklets where you can see the information, who was on what track,
but
who
Jared,
wrote what instruments. You know what
Jared,
I mean?
like I don't know about you, but at least for me, like that's how I learned so much because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, Jimmy Iovine produced this album and
Exactly.
he produced this album. He must be really good at that genre of music. Or
so was the background singer who also sang on this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this dude played the key. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And it does take both mom and dad being on the same page. True.
Yeah.
Monkey
But yeah, but that's but anyways, but like transitioning that to like the whole monkeypox thing and shit was I was telling Matt like a couple months ago, and I was like, I was like, yo, Matt, there's this new thing that's coming out called like monkeypox. They said there was only one case in Boston, but it wasn't that big, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. And then I remember Brandy was all like, yeah, I heard about that. And then I was like, yeah, watch them like downplay this like it's no big deal. And then within the next month or so, this thing's gonna be spread all over the place. And then they're gonna be talking about like they did with COVID, where they just basically was like, oh, it's just the flu, don't worry about it. And then now look at this shit. It's like all over the place now, and like people are like freaking out about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like
that's
when
just in
we
LA.
had the opportunity to get rid of the shit at the very beginning, we just
now, do you break
pass
out
it off like it's nothing.
Do you break out like
apparently you get like bubble
Blisters
boils,
on,
blisters that are pus-filled blisters and shit.
On your
Sometimes
hands.
some people get like lesions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's right out of the Bible shit, man.
That I was just telling I think my mom earlier or the other day or something about it. Like it sounds like Bible time type shit.
Be right back.
But like apparently, but what they said at the beginning, Rob, is they said that it was only transmittable through the gay population.
That's what I was alluding to earlier when I said groups of people that I'm not a
Yeah.
part of. Yeah, because I didn't want to like.
And
make
but
that assumption.
I was like, that's bullshit, because it's like, why would it just be with them and then all of a sudden now kids are getting it? You know what I'm saying? Like
'Cause
that's
it
like
spreads just like
I
anything
never
else.
believed that. I never believed it when I first heard them when they said that, because I'm like, that's bullshit. That's you just trying to fucking point fingers at a certain community to blame them, just like we tried to point, like we pointed fingers when, you know, how when Trump kept calling COVID the China virus and shit, when it's like, bro, this shit was all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Once
Like,
again, our
it's
show is being brought to you by Cayman Jack. If you're enjoying this
yo, hey,
conversation,
I
get
went
some
to
Cayman
yo.
Jack.
Yo, I went to that same place that was in Palo Alto. It wasn't named the same thing, but it was exactly like that, though, where it was like a Mexican, it was like a grocery store, but it was like all like you can find like anything you can find that was like the hard to find Mexican shit there. It was
Yeah.
like going to like a Mexican Costco. The shit was dope as fuck. Like I love that place.
We got a bunch of
But
Mexican stores around here. I gotta start checking them out.
yo, that shit, yo, I love those stores better than like regular fucking stores, bro. Like I'm like, what? Like just seeing all this different type of like candy and shit. I'm like, I ain't never
Yeah.
seen this shit before.
Down here, well, because we're the valley, they call them Vallarta, but it's a chain.
Well, I don't know what they call them in Palo Alto. I mean, I know that's a rich area, so they probably, you know, gentrified the fuck out of that bitch.
But yeah, like they got
That
all
shit
the
was fire, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, this place is dope as fuck.
and there's
They had
ladies
they had the corn and shit with the seasoning and stuff on it. Like they
Yep.
were just selling with the butter. Oh,
Hell yeah.
See, this monkeypox thing, I'm more scared of that than COVID, because like COVID, you get sick, but like
bro, there's another variant.
This is like,
But there's no vaccines for it yet, Rob.
ruins your skin, you know.
Yeah, but then I heard that like, yeah, if you get it, it's like contagious, but it doesn't like, you'll get like the symptoms, but it's not like life threatening, and you can get over it if you
Is
have
it
the
like
right medicine.
chickenpox where if you get it, you don't get it again?
No, it's like smallpox. It's from the smallpox thing. It's like it's what it is. It's like a mutated version of like smallpox, but it's not as like deadly,
Yeah.
apparently, or at least that's what they said from the beginning. You know what I
Just turns
mean?
you-
But now
turns you
this shit
into
is all over the
mutant.
fucking place. Yeah, it gives you like bumps and shit, like big ass like boil like bumps and shit, or they'll give you like little lesions, like pus-filled lesions and stuff. And at least that's what I've seen. Like you can Google that shit and it'll show people that have gotten it and stuff. And they showed the first dude that got it. It was some dude. I'm not sure, so don't take it for. I don't know if it was like from he came from like some European, from someplace over in Europe, and like on vacation. I don't know if it was in Paris or England or something. And he was on vacation and he came back to Boston and was like sick and had the symptoms and stuff. And that's the first dude that they found, the patient zero guy. And then like 2 months later, now this shit is everywhere now. Every state has gotten the shit. Like that shit, to me, that shit was like faster than how COVID got through the, you know what I'm saying?
Does it come from monkeys?
I don't know, bro. Like I don't know why they call it monkeypox. I think so. I think it does.
We need to
Yeah,
get
I'm
a
pretty
doctor
sure
on
they
here
said it does.
sometime.
I think it does. Hold on a second. Let me look real quick.
Usually, I was just gonna say, usually at about the hour mark is when I cut it off. But we're having a good time today. We're gonna run a little longer. I hope you guys are enjoying it in the chat. Appreciate you being here.
Okay.
But yeah, that's some scary fucking shit.
Was that a titty?
Huh, I wish. It's monkeypox.
See, but they say it's like hold on a second. What are the symptoms of monkeypox?
You know, before modern medicine, the smallpox killed millions of people.
Okay, this is from 2 days ago from WHO. It says symptoms usually include one or more of the following: rash, spots, ulcers, or blister-like lesions anywhere on the body, but often in the genital area, swollen and painful. swollen and painful lymph glands, fever, headache, and muscle aches, chills, and exhaustion. And you could
Fuck.
have a single lesion or lesions on the genitals, anus, or surrounding area, lesions in the mouth, and symptoms of you know
Jesus, it
anal
sounds like an
or
STD.
well, originally that's what they said. It was like it was like it was like a a gay a homo or
Oh,
whatever they
shit.
said.
Like AIDS.
Like I don't even want to like say it because it's like there's no like concrete evidence that that's
They were
what it
blaming
is.
it on a certain group of people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, which is fucked up. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But then kids started getting it, like children started getting it, and it's like, well, how the fuck is it like? Just
Yeah.
like one of their, they're the ones that are spreading the shit when kids are fucking getting it.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
And they're nowhere around any type of shit to get it, where they're just getting the shit. So like, I don't know if this is some like airborne shit or like you can get it by touching something that somebody has. Like maybe like if somebody like, this is why I don't fuck with public bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll hold anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially
I like to
shit.
just use my own restroom.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm just taking a shit, like I'll hold that shit until I get to the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the cramps. I don't give a
shit. When I went to jail,
I
I held my shit in for like fucking 4 days before I took a shit there. I was like, no way,
yeah,
dude.
for real, man. Like I don't, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard of dudes. I've heard of way too many dudes getting like STDs and getting like all these weirdo like flesh eating diseases and shit by using public bathrooms because some
or
nasty
fucking what's that shit
motherfuckers
you
in
get
there.
at the gym? Fucking
yeah, I know what you're talking about. The that
like
shit
rash.
Like
that shit.
ringworm and stuff.
No, it's the shit that
Starts with an S, I think.
like it's that shit that like it like gets in like infects your like. I'm trying to remember what it. Hold on a second.
Staph infection.
Yeah, staph infection.
Yeah. Hey, check this
Yeah,
out. Real
Lego
quick.
warned me about that last year when I was going to the gym about like, wiping stuff down.
Yeah, that's why they always tell you to bring your own towels and shit, like bring multiple towels and shit and place them all over this shit because motherfuckers will sweat through their shit.
I want to show this off real quick because I know Rob's a movie fan, but I did a trade on Facebook for this chaser. Dude, I've been collecting these Tokidoki fast food besties, and there's 2 chasers in the set. I found 5 of the same one, and I couldn't find the other one, but I did a trade with this nice lady on Facebook. She even says she watches my unboxing, so I really appreciate that. But check this out. Bam! Popcorn guy. He's awesome. And look, all the little popcorn have eyes. Imagine if your popcorn had eyes, would you still eat it?
Absolutely.
Look at this sweet ass.
Well, they say there's also 2 antiviral drugs that you can take too. But anyways, basically the whole point of what I was saying about like the whole monkeypox thing is like we always react. Like we always react after, instead of like being proactive with shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we just want to be out and about because we've been stuck inside for like the last 2.5 years, basically 3 years.
I think the government's afraid to get ahead of shit because if they failed, then the people would like lose total faith and all that shit and be like, oh, you let us
they've already failed. They've already failed. They failed with the whole COVID shit because it's still going on, but yet we're still treating it as if it's like taxes.
Because other countries have gotten rid of it. They don't have it anymore. Like
if they get it, they're getting it from like tourists maybe. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, it's
the other thing is too is Matt, you're totally right. What I'll add to that is I also think the problem with this country is it's all or nothing. It's either we're going to shut down the whole fucking country or we're not going to do anything. There's no nuance. There's no middle of the road.
There's no plan. That's the problem.
And
there's
they don't
no
want to cause
plan.
panic. They don't want to cause panic. So that's probably why they're so lackadaisical about things,
Yeah, but being lackadaisical causes panic because it makes people freak out because it's like, how am I going to be able to take care of my family? How am I going to be able to do this?
How about that fucking Texas governor? Remember how that motherfucker was going to Cancun or some shit? when the fucking pandemic.
No,
was
not
like,
Paul Emmett. He's talking about Ted. He's talking about Ted
Yeah.
Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz
When
and,
like yeah, you remember when the
Governor of
ice
Illinois, J.B. Pritzker.
yeah, when the ice storm happened. Oh, you want to know why did I think Josh Hawley was the
But like, you know, that
of
motherfucker
Illinois?
knew shit beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, you can't set up a
Bro,
trip
they
like,
get briefed all the time when it
Yeah.
comes to national security shit,
yeah,
man.
see, that's some fucking bullshit right there.
Like he knew that Texas and all their shit was all fucked up, but still went to Cabo.
Yeah. The fuck?
And it was when everybody else was freezing to death and dying and shit.
Yep.
One of our homies, you remember? One of our homies was stuck in that shit.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Danny?
Mike. Yeah, no, Mike.
And Mike.
And
Yeah.
Mike and Danny.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if they came with a plan, I think that they would have been able to get out of this whole. They would have been able to get out of this whole COVID thing, easy. But the whole point was, it was like, wait, we have to give up money. Like, how are we going to be able to get them to work? You know what I'm saying?
Does absolute power corrupt absolutely?
Well, no,
Is that
but
what
what
it
they
is?
did, yeah, but and also what they did though, Matt, is they fucked up. Is because they showed everybody that you don't have to be at your job all the fucking time. Like, you can still do your job from your house.
Right.
You mean
You know what I'm saying?
Corporations
You
don't
mean
know
with
how,
the
like,
high
they don't know how to
fucking-
handle that. You know?
Yeah.
You mean with the high fucking unemployment shit?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
when they started realizing, they're like, oh shit, like during the pandemic, when they started like paying people, they were also having them stay at home. They were like, wow, we're still like functioning and doing what we're doing with these people not being here, and we're not being able to know
With
if they're
some people
working or
making
when they're doing.
more than they ever made.
Exactly. And so that's why they were trying to get all those high paying or those lower paying people to come back into their jobs and stuff,
I have
and
a
letting the
cousin.
higher people stay at home.
Yeah, I have a cousin that he worked at McDonald's for 2 months, got fired. He ended up getting $13,000 in unemployment.
Yeah, that was a lot of that
Why
was
would you
that
work?
shit was happening.
Why would
Seriously,
you work?
that's why a lot of people stopped working, because it was like, what do you mean I get paid more money in unemployment than I would if I was working?
Yeah. Plus, a lot of people realize, hey, I could do my fucking job from home, and then I get to stay with my family and
Well,
fucking
and
kick
it
it.
doesn't take
I
me
can
8
I
hours to
can-
do my job. I can get it done in 4.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't gotta be in traffic every fucking day.
and that spare time that I would be in traffic, I can spend with my kids before they
Yep.
go to sleep, instead of me coming home as soon as they're going to bed.
I can make them fucking breakfast or some
This
shit.
is why we
You
need
know
a
what I'm saying?
revolution in this country.
Yeah.
No, Rob, we're not gonna do a revolution, okay? Like, relax. I know you want to go full on, you know what I'm saying, Red Dawn on everybody right now, but we're not, it's not at that level just yet, okay? Though,
I'll have to
I
change
said-
out of my Crocs to.
I say we step off the heavy stuff for a little bit,
yeah.
and let's talk about some Comic-Con shit.
Yo. I know we better talk about Black Panther.
Okay,
Wakanda
yeah,
Forever
dude.
first.
Okay.
I have one question I want to ask.
fucking
Yeah.
cried. I fucking cried.
You saw what
my-
I tweeted, right?
Dude, yes. No, I didn't see your tweet.
No.
I saw your Instagram post.
No, I tweeted. I legit cried watching this Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. My birthday is gonna be amazing. Like,
It comes out on your
Yeah,
birthday.
I did see that
Yeah.
one. Yep.
well, it's
Right,
gonna
right.
be my birthday's on the 7th. It'll come out on the 11th. But that was how the last Black Panther came out on my birthday, and then this one's coming out the week after. But hey, it's still cool. Whatever.
As like a video snob and like picture snob, because I did photography for a while, like pretty seriously and shit.
Yeah,
Fucking that movie looks so beautiful, dude. Every
I
shot of
know.
it looked amazing.
I want to know who the cinematographer is,
It
and
ain't
whoever
the
that
usual,
person.
yeah, it ain't the usual washed out color palette of like an Avengers movie or some shit like that. Like this shit looked amazing.
It looks better than Avatar.
Yeah,
I
you could
was
really
blown
tell.
away.
You could really tell that Marvel or that Disney they gave Coogler the bag to do this
Yep.
movie.
Yeah,
Like they were like, here's a open, here's a checkbook.
yeah. Hire who you want. Let's get this shit done.
Because
when it opened with "No Woman, No Cry,"
Yeah, that was a
I
good
was
cover.
just
Trying to
like,
think
"Oh
of-
my god," you know, "Oh my god."
Dude, when
Okay, here's
Angela
my
Bassett
question.
was giving that fucking speech, dude.
Yo,
I lost my whole family. I was like, oh my god, dude.
yo,
How
when she
brutal.
says that, like that made me think, like, does something happen to Shuri? Because
Oh.
it's like,
I think she's talking about T'Chaka and T'Challa because timeline
That's what I
wise,
figured.
they're pretty close, you know.
okay, because
But maybe
and also, but at the end, I think it's either the reason why I think it's Lupita Nyong'o is because when you look at the trailer, when you go to look up the trailer, and then on the description, it has her name first
Mm.
before anybody else's name. So I'm thinking that she's probably gonna be that she's that Black Panther that's at the end.
so I have a theory. I think the reason that she's first billing is because she's really rose to prominent success over the last 4 years. But here's the deal. Feige just said the other day it's called the Multiverse Saga. And this is the end of phase 4.
Mm.
I think it's Michael B. Jordan coming back as Killmonger, but he's a good guy and he's the Black Panther. And because remember in No Way Home, I forgot what the line was, but basically like it opened up and that's how we got Toby and Andrew. I think that's, maybe some other people kind of fell in and he could be him.
Well, the only way that could happen is if one of them knew who Spider-Man was in their other universe.
Right.
Though I don't know if I'm not for sure. I wish Andrew.
No, you're right.
was
Yeah,
here.
you're right on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, Andrew, where you are?
No, because the only reason why I'm saying is that you might be right though, because unless like if there's been like a comic where Black Panther or Spider-Man has ever came across each other, other than our 616 universe, that would make sense because it would be then like well
I don't want to.
like because in our 616 there was a Spider-Man, so obviously there's another Spider-Man in the other, and there has to be a Black Panther as well.
I just saw a
in the other
message. It
universe.
said Rob for White Panther.
What?
It's from our buddy Greg. What's
Oh.
up, Greg? Glad you're watching. Fucking here. I don't want to do so much speculation as in like what were your thoughts on what you saw actually? Like what was shown? What were your thoughts?
I mean,
amazing.
Kevin Feige.
Goosebumps.
Kevin Feige
Goosebumps.
is
Fuck yeah.
better than Steve Jobs at just coming out and blowing your fucking mind.
One more thing.
Kevin Feige can mindfuck the entire world just by revealing a graphic with a timeline and a bunch of things.
Yeah. Just letting people know what's coming.
And then when he dropped the poster for Ant-Man and Quantumania, and you get to see Kang as how he's gonna be, and then you think back to in Loki at the end of Loki season 1, how it's like, oh, so that's the one who's running the TVA, where like now it makes you more anticipated for season 2 of Loki, because I don't know if that comes out before or after Quantumania. Does it come out before Quantumania?
After. So the slate is so She-Hulk, Wakanda Forever, and then Quantumania.
Shit got real.
And then the next movie will be because we're getting Quantumania, the Marvels. Fine, let's pull the goddamn slate up. Hold on.
Basically what I'm trying to say.
When's
is
Blade coming out? This year or next year? That's
November.
all I want.
Next year. I think it's next year, summer of next year, or no, fall of next year.
That's what I'm excited
November.
with. Because look, they've been allowing Logan, Deadpool, all this shit's on Disney Plus now. Fucking, how dark do you think they'll go with Blade? How hardcore?
PG-13. They're still gonna make their money.
Is PG-13 confirmed?
No, I'm just my guess.
You don't think they'll go R with it? I think they will.
So if they're gonna this is how I think they're gonna do it. If Deadpool, which is gonna be rated R, if that comes out and that blows up, which we all know it's going to, that's just gonna force you know what I'm saying, Disney to allow them to let Blade be how Blade should be, and
Yeah.
probably force them to bring Punisher back. You know what I'm saying? I
Ooh,
think one of the
Gotta
main
get John
reasons
Bernthal.
why, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think one of the main reasons why they haven't really been talking about the Punisher is because they know that there's no way that they can make a PG-13 Punisher. You know what I'm
no.
saying?
here-
After what Barenthal did in the
Well, the
Netflix series.
Thomas Jane one I think was PG-13.
No,
Yeah,
it was
Punisher
no,
Warzone one
It was
was
no,
rated
no, no,
R.
no,
Both of them were
no.
rated
But I'm
R.
just saying, off of seeing what Barenthal did in the recent
yeah.
Netflix series,
Yeah.
there's no way you can just bring him back to PG-13.
Well, they just gave Daredevil an 18 episode season.
Dude, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
18 episodes?
Yeah.
And how they gave how She-Hulk has 9 episodes and other ones are getting like 10, like they're learning from that 6-episode fuck up that they were doing with all their shows, where they're like, we're not doing 6 episodes anymore.
Sometimes,
We need to do, at least
Yeah,
8 or 9.
6 is a little too short, at least
but
for me.
sometimes it's just enough. Like for example, I think Moon Knight should have been 8 episodes. It was too short because
Yeah.
I was so fucking confused. They didn't flesh
Mhm.
anything out. Loki
Oh,
last year was 6 episodes. That was perfect. Miss Marvel was 6 episodes. That was perfect.
I think Falcon or Captain America, or it's Falcon in the Winter Soldier, but at the end, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I think that needed to be at least 8 or 9 episodes.
Sure.
That was
To
my
really
favorite
spend
show
some
still.
time with Bucky and with Falcon.
And also just to help out with the whole rewrite because of the whole COVID stuff. You know what I'm
Grace says,
saying?
damn, y'all getting me hyped.
All right,
That's
so
what
like,
we're
here
here
it is.
for. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so She-Hulk, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Right.
February, Quantumania.
Okay.
Spring, Secret Invasion, which is Nick Fury's show on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson, my man.
Okay.
May, Guardians 3. Summer, the Echo series, which will feature Daredevil and Kingpin.
Right.
Next summer is Loki season 2. Next summer is also the Marvels. Next fall's Ironheart. Next November is Blade. Next winter is Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Spring of 2024 is Daredevil. May of 2024 is Captain America, New World Order. And then we've also got Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars.
Ryan
Dude,
says,
that's fucking crazy.
with Daredevil being 16 episodes, it's actually 18. Is this only going to be a 1-season run? Oh, and what up, Helen Fishbach?
I don't know. Maybe.
My speculation is
Don't fuck this up, Marvel.
this Daredevil thing, it's going to be like a giant playground. So obviously we'll have Kingpin. Maybe we'll get Bullseye. Maybe.
Can we talk about Kingpin real quick?
Yeah.
I fucking love Vincent D'Onofrio. Okay, I love that dude. And I always said if I ever met him, I'd ask him about Stanley Kubrick, which is kind of fucked up. But that's what I would do. But dude, he fucking killed it. Remember when he slammed that fucking dude's head in with the door? Like that's some Kingpin ass shit.
But that's what I'm trying to say is like if Daredevil does, if they allow Daredevil to be like how it was in the Netflix series, they have to allow the Punisher to come back to be that way, because Daredevil, even though you didn't see him smashing the guy's head in, you did see the blood. And then the headless body, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm saying Daredevil is going to be a playground. What I mean with that is, for example, we've gotten 2 seasons of The Punisher. Loved the show. Okay. Love John Bernthal. My thing is, because sometimes it's like, man, does everybody need a damn show? Does everyone need a trilogy of films? How great would it be if they got John Bernthal for 5 episodes, guest spots on the Daredevil thing? He comes in to help Daredevil fight whoever they're fighting, or blah, 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 blah. And then, hey, you know what? Kang Dynasty, John Bernthal sitting at the table with Ironheart and the new Black Panther and Anthony Mackie as Captain America. Bring him in for a 20-minute sequence and Kang Guys. But you don't have to make a trilogy of films with him. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think if they're gonna bring like all of them together, they're gonna do that when they get to Secret Wars. Like this is all heading towards like Doctor Doom and like Fantastic Four and all the other, the X-Men
That was a big
and all
disappointment
that.
from Comic-Con. Yeah, that they didn't announce Fantastic Four or X-Men.
Because they're this D23 fam. They're only that's like
eight more projects.
No, bro, that's like the weed man giving you like the taste here. Hey, yo, try this shit out, man. What you think? You know what I'm saying? Like he's literally got, now you're fiending for it now because everybody's just like Gregory's saying. Now we're all fucking hyped up and shit after seeing one fucking trailer, bro. And we haven't even seen the Guardians of the Galaxy footage that they showed. That James Gunn was like, nah, I don't want to drop this shit because I want it to be like immaculate when you motherfuckers see it because I don't want to hear no shit from none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that.
You're totally right.
Yep. Leonard says that's what they've done with the Hulk. Granted, it's because of rights issues.
But it works perfectly. He's hung out with Thor. He's doing the She-Hulk thing. He's in the Avengers movie.
They diminished the Hulk. Like they should have, like in my opinion, they just like how they fucked over Black Widow. They should have did another Hulk movie a long time ago, especially after how well that the Avengers did. You know what I'm saying? To at least connect Thunderbolt Ross back into the shit, because unless you saw the Edward Norton, Incredible Hulk movie, not everybody really knows that is part of the MCU. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, once we get to like, everything is just directing towards the end when we get towards the Secret Wars and stuff. But I think that if you bring in Barenthal, you can't bring him in unless you do it the way Netflix did it. And I agree, he doesn't need to have a story either. Just have him.
No, he's already been established. Like, we don't need to go through that shit again. It's not fucking Batman. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, just sprinkle him in through Daredevil, sprinkle him in through Ironheart or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Real world stuff.
Yeah,
like whatever that's on
Spider-Man
Earth.
shit. Even in some Spider-Man shit, he could come out.
I'm just saying, keep him on Earth. Don't put him in space like they did, with the Avengers and like. Just keep him on Earth until Secret Wars happens.
I know this one's close to your heart, Jared. But what if they brought in, Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because I've heard that would happen.
I don't understand why they haven't even been referencing anything about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Because now that we got Inhumans and shit established, people saw Black Bolt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why they haven't said anything about the Inhumans. They haven't said anything about, what's his name? I keep forgetting the guy.
So while you guys figure that out, Leonard Kim, two things. First of all, go check out Next Issue Podcast. Friend of all of ours.
I think Fantastic Four.
Ambassador Danny knows way more about comic books than anybody I've ever met. But in terms of film, Leonard, I have a theory. So again, what are we getting right before this thing? We're getting the first Fantastic Four movie. Okay. I think after this saga is over, okay, you got to kill some of these people off because there's going to be too many of them again. Okay. And I really think after that, that's when you get Tom Holland to come back as a college age, if not adult Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and do the adult Peter Parker trilogy. Okay. With possibly Gwen Stacy. That's when you really can just go full hard with the X-Men and just do X-Men movies for 10 years and do it right.
Well, go click on that link right there. That's Danny's channel.
I think he'll already be in college by the time this Secret War stuff is going on.
Or I think college or something.
If anything, they should have already established Miles Morales by then. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know for a fact that he says he wants to do more of the Spider-Man movies, but he also wants to bring in Miles. I think though. So.
Real quick. That link right there is Danny's channel. They're currently at 760 subscribers. So let's get them to 1,000. Go click it. He puts out videos every day. Danny does great work.
He did a
deserves
video
a like.
yesterday on
More-
the Submariner.
He knows
about-
way. Yeah, he knows way more than any of us will know about it.
Great
I'm,
reference material there.
But I know movies and you know how to plot out your next 9 chess moves. That I know about that. But
the
Danny
reason
knows
why-
about comic books.
The reason I point that out is because I also want you to click on this link right here if you could. That's Let's Get Ready Network. They're at 750 subscribers. Let's get them to 1,000. They definitely deserve it. I'm always on their Discord. Join the Patreon. I support them. You should too. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to plug some people. Carry on.
No, you got to get the money, the advertising money. I get it. You're a fucking suit now. I don't like it.
Me in a suit? Oh my god. I would never.
You're a
I've never
fucking
been in a
suit now,
suit. I
man.
never would wear one. No. Not even in
Oh,
my
he's-
funeral. I don't want to be buried in a suit. No fucking way.
What do you want to be buried in? Like a?
Some
What if
shorts.
your suit? What if your suit was made out of hemp?
Ooh. No, still probably just some shorts and
Some
a
short.
shirt.
Well, of course, there's no way you're gonna bury you in pants. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to throw some shorts. Probably that shirt you got on right now.
Yep. I'll
No,
get
Rob. You want to know what else I think? I think that I think that they're gonna start doing the X-Men like after Secret Wars, because that's what I think. That's what he was thinking about. When you remember how when they did that retreat where they went and they had to plan out the next 10 years or something like that. Like I think that what they're doing is just gradually getting us ready for like the X-Men, where like in different Disney Plus series shows and different movies, they're just gonna gradually bring in different types of mutants. You know what I'm saying?
So what I
And
think
then to get us ready for that.
So what I think at D23 they're going to announce Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
They're going to announce the Fantastic Four cast.
Yeah.
They'll probably announce maybe one other thing that we don't know anything about yet. And I think, my opinion,
Probably the Marvels trailer, maybe.
sure. I think over the next year, because they just laid the groundwork, the blueprint. I
Yeah.
think over the next year, sprinkled in throughout some of these shows and movies that we're watching, we're going to start meeting a few mutants.
I would wear that suit.
You know, but I think it won't be until after 3 years from now that it's like you said, Jared. Like they're kind of laying it,
Mhm.
and then go hard. You know, go real hard with it.
I think that's the best way to do it. I don't think making just one movie with a whole bunch of X-Men in it and putting them out like that.
I don't think they need to do an X-Men movie.
Yeah, neither do I.
I think they should do a 10 episode, 12 episode.
No, I
I
want
don't even
movies.
know. No, I don't even think like those. I mean, they should do like an X-Men movie, like when they get them all together. But I don't think that they should just introduce them in an X-Men movie.
So you want to
Like,
do
I think-
like the Avengers? Like
I want them to
give us
yeah.
a Storm movie or a Storm TV
Well,
show.
no, like I hope and pray to God that we see Storm in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
be
see
sick.
Storm in there. Like if
And a good
that would be
tie-in.
dope. That would be dope. Like we see that, and then the next movie we meet another one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I want it to be
I've been
done, or
saying it-
show.
I've been
Like
saying
I don't
it
want it to
for
be
4
like
years.
one movie. You know what I
Right.
mean?
For 4 years, I've been saying it. I walked out of the theater when I saw Black Panther opening day. God, that was an experience. I saw grown people crying because of Black. Again, I'm a white guy, so I don't totally understand. But this movie was huge.
Yeah.
And I walked out, and the first thing I'm thinking of is, because this is right before they made the deal, but the deal was on the table for them to buy 20th Century Fox. I'm going,
Right.
man, could you imagine like a 16, 17-year-old girl that they find that's like causing trouble outside of Wakanda, and they bring her in, and they try to help her out and stuff, and like she doesn't understand this power that she has, and they bring her in, they kind of take care of her a little bit, look after her.
Here, I want to check
Like
this
at the
comments
end of
real
the
quick.
movie, like Nick Fury walks up and he goes, "There's a place that I know where I can take you, where there's other people like you." And
Right.
like it just shows Dr. Xavier's school for gifted youngsters and fades to black. Like, how cool would that be?
Here, Leonard Kim says, so far, it's Kamala and Namor, I believe, as the mutants we would have in the MCU.
Right,
And
exactly.
then Ryan comes in like a dumbass and says, paint your face blue, Matt, and you could double as Beast as the government liaison for mutants. I'm sorry I called you a dumbass. I commented.
What do you think, Jared?
But then he said laugh out loud, so I don't know how to take it.
I like this. I like what Leonard Kid's about to say right here. Storm post credit is my guess. Yeah.
How
like,
ill would that be?
Well, see, the thing about it is, I think originally before they knew that Chadwick Boseman was sick, that I think that was the thing that they were gonna bring her in that story, and then I think that when he died, then they had to rewrite it into what they have now, where they might do what Leonard Kim is saying, bring her in as a post credit scene.
Do you think we get a bunch of Avenger cameos at the beginning of Wakanda Forever for T'Challa's funeral?
I mean.
No, I think they'll keep it to his people and shit. Just because,
that
would seem kind of invasive.
Sure.
That they're all...
I mean,
could you see like maybe 3 or 4 of them being there,
like if
close to him?
Yeah, like if Bucky was there, or like Rhodey was there, or the Ross guy, not the Ross guy.
Ross.
No, not Thunderbolt Ross. The other guy that was in the first movie that they brought in the first Black Panther. I forgot what his name is. I don't know if it's
about the
Ross.
British guy from Sherlock.
Yeah, the British guy.
Yeah, he's coming back.
He might be there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, everyone. Hi, Delia.
What up? Maybe
Thank
Cap. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe Cap would be there.
Cap, Bucky, Nick Fury. Yeah.
Well, no, Nick Fury is still in space, or at least we think so.
I bet you, Bruce. I bet you.
It was just
Bruce
a joke
Banner's
about
there.
your beard, Matt. Sorry, I know. Don't worry.
Sorry,
Everett Ross.
Thank you.
Everett Ross, right?
Maybe he'll be there. Everett Ross might be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to think of people that were on that got off the plane. You remember when they went to go to Wakanda, the fight? It was Falcon was on that plane. Black Widow, she's dead, so she wouldn't be there. Cap was there.
Which of the event? Maybe Hawkeye shows up because they knew each other from Civil War and Thanos and stuff. Maybe. I don't know.
No, Hawkeye's trying to. He's with his family and stuff.
He's with Linda Cardellini, just getting.
Yeah, he ain't messing around with none of that. I don't think we're even gonna see him unless they bring him into like Secret Wars or something like that, or they do a second season.
For a team up.
Secret Wars
because we're not. I'm sorry for cutting. No, yeah, I'm sorry for cutting out. I would say we have a better chance of seeing Kate Bishop, before we'll see him. You know what I'm saying?
Was on that plane.
Yeah. He might be there too. Bruce might be there, definitely. Trying to think who else is there.
I would love to see a scene with Bruce and
Rhodey was there too, yeah.
I believe Bruce was on the plane, but I don't think he would show up in this hypothetical scenario.
Yeah. But I think Rhodey would though. I think Rhodey would definitely show up because he was there. Because he made that joke about like, should we bow and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah."
But no, you're right. Definitely Bucky. You're totally right.
But yeah, definitely. I know. Yeah, Bucky would definitely be there, without a doubt.
So if Bucky's there, you'll probably get Sam.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Let's wrap things up. Let's talk about DC real quick from Comic-Con. What'd you guys think of fucking Black Adam trailer?
That Shazam trailer looked pretty good. Looked really good.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that one because I really like the first Shazam movie. And I don't know about Black Adam. Like, it looks dope and looks all action packed and stuff. And I like the fact that this is like the first time there's a superhero that they didn't have to CGI muscles on and stuff. But like, all I'm seeing is like action packed stuff. Like, there's not really like a story or whatever. You know what I mean? And then, but what's keeping me intrigued is this rumor that he might fight Superman. Like, that's and that Shazam is in the movie as well. But I don't know if those are like post credit shit or, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm always gonna watch whatever Rock's in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I'll watch any movie that he's in there, and I'm gonna, I'm definitely gonna enjoy it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good. I'm just kind of worried about like what is this connected, or are they
I
connecting stuff?
don't.
Is
Yeah.
DC doing what MCU is doing, or are they just doing standalones? Like what's going on, or doing own
Yeah, I was
single?
hoping it would be a standalone. But if you're saying he might fight Superman, then I guess it's got to be tied
Well,
into
that's a
that
rumor.
standalone.
I'm hearing
Yeah.
the rumors that I'm hearing that Shazam and Superman is in this.
Oh
So
fuck.
But then they also thought that Henry Cavill was going to show up to Comic Con, and that never happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. Like,
Yeah. Well, I did like the trailer. I liked Hawkman. I fucking love Doctor Fate. I think that's just gonna
yeah,
be dope because I'm a
it looks
DC head.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so good, and I want it to be good because I don't like the fact that Marvel is just like basically like bullying them all over there, and they just can't get their shit straight.
here's what I'll say. When Zaslav took over, the new president at Warner Brothers, I really liked this guy. He made some bold statements right up top and was like, I want to make more movies like Joker. Really let these directors and filmmakers have their artistic visions and all that sort of stuff. With Marvel, it's so cohesive. And yes, James Gunn and Taika Waititi's movies are a little funnier. Ryan Coogler's movies are a little more serious, in every which way. Here's what I'll say. DC has been a roller coaster ride for 10 years now. We've had ups and downs and stuff in the middle of the road. The majority of it's the middle of the road. You got your highs like Joker, the Batman, the first Wonder Woman. You got your lows like Wonder Woman 84 and whatever have you. But they're kind of at this interesting situation. Matt Reeves is running the Bat division, and I think really doing some cool stuff.
Which is not connecting to any other stuff. And if that's what they're doing, then they need to just focus straight on just making like standalone franchise movies that they
They've
can.
had
I think
Black Adam in
standalones
the
is
can
the way
for
to
like
go.
3 years though. So that's
speaking
why
of-
they're putting it out.
Speaking of standalones, Leonard says, "Where's my Green Lantern content?" Not that they need to only keep me happy, Raffle.
No, and
Yeah.
I think
that's true, Leonard.
they'll do that.
That's
Well,
true.
they just came out with an animated Green Lantern movie called Beware My Power. I highly recommend it. It's really fucking good. It's got Jon Stewart as the main character.
That's what I'm saying.
Go check it out. But they were also supposed to do a Green Lantern Corps movie, which I really hope they do because that character is fucking super dope.
Yeah, like, but if they were to do a Green Lantern movie, I'd rather them do like a Jon Stewart version of Green Lantern because, like, clearly, the Hal Jordan one that didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm getting at with DC is they kind of got the Bat division now. Todd Phillips has got his own Joker universe.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I did enjoy James Gunn's Suicide Squad. That was fun. But I think for DC, the best move for DC to make to be competitive with Marvel is to be different than Marvel and have, all this non-connected, they're their own universe thing. Have 3 Batmans at once.
Or
you got Michael Keaton in the DCEU, you got Robert Pattinson over here, you know what I mean?
Or to go along with what you're saying is have your your standalone like franchises, but then maybe have 1 or 2 movies connect to one certain thing. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not like how Marvel was like every single movie from Captain America, the first Avenger up until where we're at right now, all of them has a connection to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary.
Like, I don't think they got to do anything like that. And I think that was their problem from the very beginning is that's what they were trying to do. And that's what really makes me mad about the fact that we're probably not going to get to see the Flash anymore now. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's a whole nother show, I think, because that's just crazy.
But no, but what's effed up is because apparently his movie is supposed to be like a pivotal movie that's supposed to like direct the rest of the DCEU for as we know it, and that like not having that movie is going to screw everything up.
Well, Warner Brothers has said they're still going to release it, so
yeah, they say a lot of things though. Let's see them.
Yeah. I doubt. I mean, and if they do release it, they're gonna have. I mean, limited. They'll because I guarantee you they were probably thinking about pushing that during Comic-Con. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's like, how are you gonna promote
They only came
that?
out with those 2 trailers, right? For Shazam
Yeah.
and fucking Black Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing really.
And the next biggest movie that's supposed to have Michael Keaton playing Batman and Batgirl is gonna be in it and stuff
when you're
like
talking
that.
about
Like,
Todd Phillips, what do you think about Joker 2? That rumor that it's going to be a fucking musical.
I hope not. I hope
Dude,
not.
but Jared, it's gonna be like a Bob Fosse musical. Like Matt, explain it to
How
him the way
so?
you were explaining it. The other
This is
day.
what I think, that it'll be like he'll have mental breaks, and that's when the music will happen and shit, and they'll act out the music.
Oh, kind of like how in the Boys episode when she started, they had that whole dance sequence of the song and stuff like that. Okay, well I'm cool with that as long as it's not like
they're not gonna break into songs.
like West
It'll,
Side
like,
Stories type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
He's
want
not
it
just
to
gonna
be
read
like
the paper
that.
and just start singing and like
Like I don't want it to be like every single person singing their lines. You know what I'm
in
saying?
the first
Like,
one,
no.
they showed how delusional he was, like with the neighbor. Like you think he had something
ever
with
see-
her, and it turns out he never did.
Did you ever see the movie Chicago, Jared?
Yeah.
So in that movie, it's a musical, but like they'll do their thing or whatever, and then it'll like cut, and then a song will start. They'll be on like a stage. You know what I mean? And the songs are narrative driven. They push the plot forward, if that makes sense. They're not just like songs.
Well, I just hope it's not like
a
Lady
Bob
Gaga. I'm just saying, I just hope it's not like Lady Gaga. Like, I love Lady Gaga and I'm not shitting on Lady Gaga. I just don't want her to be playing Harley Quinn, but like basically turning it into like a, you know what I'm saying? Like a residency for Britney Spears or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's another rumor, right? That she's gonna play Harley Quinn.
Or or at least that's
she's
what I'm
going to
hearing.
play Harley
That
Quinn,
she's going to be Harley Quinn in this version of Joker, in this Joker
and
movie.
it's going to be an R-rated. I mean, yes. So was Margot Robbie,
which makes me think it's like, well, are they still going to do the Harley Quinn that's in the Suicide Squad?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Universe?
They'll have multiple. Because again, I mean, look at it this way: there's nothing on the docket for another Harley Quinn movie right now.
No.
So I think as long as you don't have two. So for example, they're not going to have Michael Keaton as Batman in blah 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 movie in the same 6-month time period that the next Matt Reeves Pattinson Batman's coming out.
I don't know. Isn't he supposed to be Batman in the Flash and then also the Batgirl movie too?
Yeah, but I think Batgirl's more the Batgirl's not in the Matt Reeves Robert Pattinson universe.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so for example, so like let's say hypothetically, this movie comes out, it's July of 2022. Let's say realistically it could come out next fall because we're talking a $60 million budget, really no CGI, blah 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 blah. They start filming in 3 months. This movie could be in the can by January, So let's say this comes out next fall around Halloween, like the first Joker. The following summer, Margot Robbie shows up in a new a new DCEU movie. That's fine. That works.
Well, are they continuing on? Are they making another Suicide Squad? Isn't James going to make another Suicide Squad movie?
Maybe. Probably.
I don't know.
Is Matt Reeves still doing? Is he also doing the Penguin series on HBO Max? Is Matt Reeves?
I don't know. I don't think.
I think
he might direct
that.
the first one. I don't know if he's the showrunner. Matt Reeves is the Kevin Feige of the Batverse right now. If that makes sense.
Here,
I just hope that they do something good. That's all.
I'm gonna shift gears here real quick so we can close out the show. Appreciate everyone hearing us talk today. Fucking, we've been going on about all kinds of different things, but really appreciate you guys. I want to close it out with this fucking Amsterdam trailer, though. I think we should watch this and talk about it real quick because this is the movie I'm excited about coming out.
One of my favorite directors.
Amsterdam. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Amsterdam.
Yeah, the new David O. Russell movie.
Yeah.
Let's check this out real quick. I've been liking getting flagged by YouTube, so I'll do it. All right, let's go. Wait, it didn't throw it up on the screen. There we are. Let's go.
Harold,
Christian
I
Bale.
don't know what you think you're doing.
Chris Rock.
Hello. Got a dead white man in a box. Not even a casket. Doesn't even have a top on it. In a pine box of old wood.
Robbie.
Who do you think's gonna get in trouble here?
Do me a favor. Try to be optimistic.
Oh,
You don't
definitely getting flagged for this music.
Without things starting a long time ago. So, 2 soldiers and a nurse.
Definitely, Matt.
Yep.
I didn't get flagged for the video I did.
Yeah, go ahead and just tell on yourself, Rob.
We formed a pact, and we swore to protect each other, no matter what.
Tax the rich.
We find ourselves in a situation where we're accused of killing someone, which is not true.
Rami Malek.
You and Woodman fled the scene. The killer pointed at us. We didn't do anything. Why would you possibly think that was us?
Well, there's not too many people that fit the description of a doctor looking for his eye on the ground with his black attorney.
Columbia Law School.
Life is funny.
We need someone to help us to find the truth. My friend was killed because of something monstrous that he had seen.
This is all turning out to be a lot larger than any of us. You're gonna have to take my lead getting out of this. I had to stab a guy. I had to hit a lady with a brick one time.
What?
It's a long story, but with you two, it'll be a cakewalk.
These are dangerous times.
You be careful.
I'm about to do something that could cost
De
me my
Niro.
life.
The cuckoo's in the nest. The cuckoo's about to be trapped.
Cuckoo.
I think this could be Mike Myers' big comeback.
Oh, look at this cast. Amazing.
This is one of the finest innovations from Zurich to remove all pain. Guys like me, we have to turn to booze.
They got damn near like every big time actor in this movie.
That is advantage.
That is bad.
Everybody
yeah.
that's not. Yeah, this is gonna be a good movie. Oh, it's another November movie? Shit, man. I love having the November movies, man.
The movie that I'm most excited about this year, Killers of the Flower Moon, they haven't even put out a teaser trailer yet. And that's coming out this winter too.
No, I saw something they were talking about. Oh no, this is what I was gonna ask you guys real quick. I know this is, we're at the end of stuff. Have any of you guys seen the Resident Evil series on Netflix?
No, not yet.
No. Has anybody in the chat seen the Resident Evil series on Netflix? As I've only gotten up to like the last episode, but I wanted to get everybody else's thoughts because I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I'm really David O. Russell's not made a film in 7 years. Joy was his last movie in 2015. So David O. Russell's kind of always worked in spurts, but I'm really excited about this. But he did like 4 bangers in a row. 2010's The Fighter, 2012's Silver Linings Playbook, 2013's American Hustle, and I did really enjoy Joy.
You got Leonard Kim here saying, I think the Resident Evil show was fun. I don't know why it's getting hate.
No, I'm not giving hate. It's just that I'm so confused. I don't want to spoil or saying anything about it, but I'm just just the whole Albert Wesker thing is just confusing to me. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
That's all I'm going to say.
We'll leave it at that.
I like it. It's good. The action and stuff in there is good. So I love what's her name, the Ella Balinska, I think her name is, from the Charlie's Angels, the new version of Charlie's Angels, the tall one.
Yeah,
she's really good in it, and so is the ones that play the younger versions of her and her sister. It's really good. I'm not saying it's a bad acting or something like that. It's just it's confusing when I got to this one episode about the whole Albert Wesker thing, and I'm just like, huh? What? But that's just me. I'm sorry, Leonard. I don't mean to
Nah, Leonard's a shit.
Well, no, I'm just no, because I'm one of those people like when I get confused, it's not like I hate the show. Like I recommend watching it. You know what I'm saying? And then you can explain to me what's going on.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a good show. It's just like I don't know. It's just I'm a little confused, and that's why I stopped watching because I was like, what is going on right now?
Here, let's do some plugs real quick. Oh, you got a thought there, Rob? What do you got?
Jared, have you seen Nope yet?
No, I have not seen it
It'll
yet.
change your life. Go see Nope if you get a chance.
Okay.
Oh,
that was his plug. My plug, no.
No,
I'm
go
talking. Oh, we're talking in general. I know you were hating. But that is true because a lot of people have been shitting on the series though, saying that it was bad. But my plug, follow me, Samson SAMSONZ or the Black Han Solo if you want to find it. I'll be on my guy's stuff. Make sure you play Roll Up in the Butt featuring the guy up there on Spot. No, it's on all of the streaming sites. Everyone, Apple.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube everywhere. Run it up, put it on your playlist.
Can we play that song royalty free?
No, because they'll flag your ass. Because I have a
right.
thing on my shit that flags motherfuckers that does the shit. I'm sorry, bro.
All right, it's all good.
No, actually, I have to really talk because there's like this. You know how when you do those like topic pages and stuff where it'll have like so and so topic. Like there's a Cuban Valentino love information topic. And it has like a whole bunch of the shit. And I'm like, I never okayed that shit. But like, it is what it is. But yeah, make sure you run up that song. You know what I'm saying? So Rob can get his numbers up because we got to get Rob's numbers all the way the fuck up.
The faster I get famous.
The faster we all get famous.
The faster we all get famous.
He just makes a statement.
Yeah. You just made it, yeah. We all know what Rob's all about. What is on his whole thing. Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
But and also make sure you like and subscribe on Matt's shit if you haven't. I don't know how many people have done it already though. Make sure you do all that stuff. I'm not in the chat right now to threaten all y'all to do it.
Always modding.
But yeah, make sure y'all get in there and do that. Have a good evening. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm gonna
And if you see Rob's dating profile, swipe right.
Yo, y'all need to. If you didn't see his dating profile, run it back.
Yep.
Run it back.
We're gonna make a clip out because you know what? We love
run
you,
it
Rob.
back.
We love you, and we love everyone here. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Later.